Hello, Wanderers. Welcome back to our Crusader Kings 3 roleplay series following Princess Arphazel in the Realms and Exile mod. And here we find ourselves in Zimraloni on the coast as we had left our last episode after rescuing our sister, Princess Adunafell, from the clutches of evil corsairs and from our own father's dastardly grip. And in the wake of that, the question is, where do we go from here? Well, I have a feeling that some more story events are coming up, so I don't really want to get too many things going. I'm going to set time rolling here, and we can probably do some smaller things in between, like hold a mystical communion. I think that we could probably afford to do this, so... My communions with the divine have been different lately. They no longer make me feel ecstatic, but instead weak. Today, I cannot even muster the strength to rise from bed. Servants help 300 learning lifestyle, gain divine guidance for 5 years. We gain 3 experience in the wise woman trait, but we are become ill. Interesting. So we've clearly delved too deep. Perhaps when we were seeking mystical communion, we spotted something in the distance, and perhaps it was the Eye of Sauron from here in Barad-dûr. Maybe. I mean, that seems like a reasonable explanation. Seems like something that would make us feel ill, perhaps. So there we go. And look at this. Here we go. Here is another story contract, and it's quite far away. The Lord of Serlond has contacted me, seeking aid in the construction of a new port on the far side of the Cape of Andraste. My help is wanted in order to reach the settlement, in order to help the settlement there grow into a proper town. Interesting that they call upon Princess Arphazel for this. I suppose her knowledge is, very well sought after. But yeah, that's kind of an interesting turn of events there. Well, it seems there's going to be a little bit of sea danger, I would imagine. So we're probably going to want to hire some experienced captains, and then it looks like the rest of the danger is what, through the mountains, so we're probably going to need a mountaineer? Pathfinder gear? Sure. Oh man, still a reasonable amount of danger there, but I guess we're going to have to accept the risk here. Is there anybody better who we could have as our no, I mean, not really, honestly. So let's travel and accept the contract here. And we'll see from here. Unless one of these new people that we just got is better, like Koledij. She's actually pretty good. So let's actually appoint her. Because yeah, we can use that, especially as if we're traveling while we're sick here. While we were here, we did pick up a mercenary, but I'll get to that in just a second. The grim smell of bubbling tinctures and mashed salves assault my senses as I make my way through to my physician Gilliman Zaya's workroom. She looks up from an unction that she is preparing. The time has come, my lady. I know of several ways to treat your cold. While I'm fairly certain a simple tincture would suffice, the choice is yours and yours alone. It will not be pleasant. I'm willing to try new things. Mystic treatments are unpredictable. The results of strange rituals may be miraculous, but could still drive you. Well, let's obviously do this here. We gain the possessed trait. Ooh, here. Perhaps it is, perhaps we will see what's that. Gilliman Zaya told me that our Gimel demands sacrifice. Later that evening, I heard screaming. Following the sound, I found Gilliman Zaya hunched over a body, panic in her eyes, blood on her hands. It was for the good of the realm, she breathed. My mind must have been altered, twisted by some dark trick. I would never have agreed to this willingly. The memories haunt me. Oh, you know what? Perhaps it was Sauron that saw us when we looked into the divine, and that the taint of Sauron, now his eye has been cast upon us, and this possession, it's not that we're possessed by anything, but it's that Sauron has seen us. He has seen that we are a sorcerer, and he has his eye upon us. Does this mean that we're closer to going evil? Perhaps, but it also could mean, perhaps the fear of Sauron drives us away from him. That could go either way, honestly. But obviously, Gilliman Zaya seems to be possessed of a little bit of a blacker soul, perhaps, too. This trader, this will not happen again. Do you understand me? We all knew the risk here for giving guards, but are under lock and key. I mean, what do we do from here? This oh man, I guess we could do we put her under lock and key for killing somebody? I don't know. You know what? Let's do that. Let's put her under lock and key for now, because I think we, who did she kill? Who knows even? But the question is, what do we do with her from here? Leave your comments down below what you think of this event. She is our friend, but murder, perhaps she is on the side of Sauron. Maybe we could be on the side of Sauron as well, but that's who is to really say. Derelict ship, the sea is calm and forgiving today. Still as a boulder, and a powerful wind is at our back to boot. But there seems to be a ship. Could there be survivors? Let's go and check. There are riches aboard the ship. We see exotic goods. We gain just a tiny bit of money there. So yeah, let's head on. Now that Sauron has his eye upon us. That is troublesome. He looks over there towards us. Yeah, look at that. You can see him. Baradur right here, looking with his eye upon us. Wouldn't want to be Princess Arphazel right now. But we sail across the sea, and perhaps in Gondor we will find solace. The banquet table extends far. My high throne gleams with rubies and sapphires. Guests from the four corners of the world celebrate my 20 years of blessed reign. Another cup of sweet ambrosia, glorious emperor? Supreme Archsteward Arkadeth asks, offering a splendid goblet. I quaff from it eagerly. I like that we're imagining our still imprisoned sister, Arkadeth, in this here. Dance for me, fool, I bellow at the disgraced and humbled Gillimcade. Such is the fate of those who cross me. I close my eyes for just a moment. Upon opening them again, I find myself in an all too familiar straw bed. I sigh, just a dream. Oh, is Sauron sending us dreams now? He's sending us dreams to, seek out vengeance because he wants us to turn. He wants us to turn towards him, turn towards evil. And so he's sending us these visions of our sister freed and serving us, and our father as but a fool dancing before us. Oh, the question is, I will make my dream a reality? It was a pleasant dream while it lasted. Envy for land, or I'm glad to be free of that life. Freedom from responsibility. Oh man, the question is, what do we do with this? We gain regal ambitions. Are we tempted by what Sauron says to us here? I mean, we are ambitious and stubborn, so perhaps we lean that way. But yeah, I mean, we're 20 years old. We could be tempted. Perhaps someone will rescue us from this fate, or perhaps not. Perhaps we shall simply seek out darkness. But I think for now, the touch of Sauron upon us, the illness that we're feeling is probably not making it any easier to resist. At least we're feeling well again here. Oh, look at our apparently being possessed gives us this deathly pallor to our face here. But oh, we've gained a crafting perk here. I think we're gonna go with the Lore Seeker for that one there. Yeah, it seems we've got the curse of Sauron upon our skin here. Just this pale look to us. Kind of cool, actually, As we continue through Anamon, my eye catches an elaborately decorated tomb. I'm sure nobody would notice. No, I don't think we're gonna desecrate the dead, despite the touch of Sauron, or the eye of Sauron upon us. I don't quite think that's what we're gonna do there. But yeah, there is some interesting things going on with our dear princess here. She seems, the fate is struggling against her. Can she find redemption here? I mean, it might take somebody to help her through that. Haven't we seen that massive tree before? I swear we're going in circles. Are we still even in Parth ER? At this rate, we'll never reach Nan Estelle. I know exactly where we are. Indeed, for we see, through our mystical communion that perhaps Sauron is sending us the path here. We shall know. Eldon. So we hired this mercenary here before journeying on this guy. He's from Sarah Lane, which is this region right over here. This guy, he's like a troll slaying, basically berserker who likes his drink, and well, he likes his drink so much that the camp has called him Eldon the Drunkard here. He does descend from a noble family from this region. Let's see, which one is House Padre? Yeah, the chieftains of Malahout. He hails from their family there. But yeah, the drunken. Well, that's interesting enough here. A hopeful coast. I step off the ship, careful not to lose my footing on the uneven ground before me. No quays have yet been built here. Only the foundations of a few initial buildings have been laid so far. But that in time will change in time. The settlement is full of refugees seeking to escape the looming threat on Gondor's eastern borders, where the shadows of Mordor are rising. Many now flock to the quiet lands of Gondor's westernmost provinces, hoping to build a new existence here, far from the terrors of war. I instruct my entourage to set up our camp near the settlement and begin to make plans on how to best aid the new haven's construction. Let's send out foraging parties to supply workers. It's like again, well, it's supplied colony. Or I'll assign my followers to aid the construction directly. Well, we do have some capable people here, but well supplied colony, development growth plus 25%. I mean, its development growth is not going to be going up. Monthly change plus 0.5. Yeah, so I think it probably makes more sense just to assign our followers to assist construction directly. So I guess we're helping build this tiny little settlement here, Estelond, which is kind of cool. Yeah, that's actually interesting. Yeah, I wonder if we're going to be able to find ourselves some redemption here. Oh, and perhaps it will come in the form of our friend Lady Furion, I mean. Sometime after arriving in Non Estelle, I am surprised to see Furion suddenly appearing before me. Lady Arphazel, she greets me enthusiastically. I heard you accepted the contract to aid the settlers here and came to see how the work was progressing. It is quite obvious to me that Furion truly came to see me instead of the workers. Still, I feel like there's no harm in her being here. Would you like to show me around, Furion asks? I'd be happy to spend some time with you while you're here. Very well, Furion. Come along then. Why don't you stay here a while longer, dear Furion? Ooh, go closer to forming an intimate relationship with Furion. Or can't you see I have important work to do here? Well, I do notice that we, don't necessarily lean one way or another when it comes to our romantic leanings. And, Furion here is, one of our first friends in a potential romantic interest here. So why don't you stay here a little while longer, dear Furion? We'll see who wins the heart of Lady Arphazel and if it will lead to perhaps her redemption. Oh, we finally learned the language. We finally learned the Western language. It took us a long time, but it's good that we were able to succeed in that. I mean, they speak the Western language here, do they not? Can we see that? We surely can. Here, languages, Western. Yeah, they speak Western in Gondor, of course. So that is that makes perfect sense there. Yeah, let's see what goes on with this here. All right, so this contract is, I guess, ongoing. So we'll just we'll hold here. We're not employing a personal physician. Yeah, I still don't know what to do with Gilliman Zaya. Can we put her in like I don't know, man. Yeah, I wonder here. Banish her? Do we banish our friend? That's a good question. Yeah, let me know. I'm sure it'll be fine till the end of the episode, hopefully anyways. So let me know what you think we should do. If we go evil, we could release her. But yeah, it's kind of up in the air. It is done. The work has been finished, and the seaside town of Estellond has now become the westernmost of Gondor's havens. A road is being built to connect the town with the rest of the realm, and every day a few new settlers arrive. With my contract complete, I approach Lord Glormagill of Saarland in order to collect my payment. While handing me my reward, he surprises me by offering me ownership of Nan Estel and her surrounding lands, requiring nothing but an oath of fealty to the ruling steward Denethor of Gondor. This is a most unexpected offer. Accepting it would mean the end of my travels, at least for now. You get the lordship of Nan Estel. We get the high lordship, and we become a vassal of steward Denethor. Well, we all know who Denethor is. You've reached the end of Arphazel's current story content. Oh, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Oh, okay. So this is the last little bit of finished story content for Arphazel. Well, that's a little unfortunate, but I think that it's kind of cool. We can now kind of progress where we want from here. But the question is, would we accept? I don't think that we really would we? No, I don't think we would. I think that we don't want to get tied down like this. Yeah, I think I'm sorry, but I must refuse. It doesn't seem right for us here. Well, I wonder if that means we'll be able to woo Furion. Like, could we do so? Let me find. I should mark that character there. Where is she? She's in over here, right? Nope. Furion in here. Lynn here. All right, here's Furion. I'm gonna mark her. Yeah, I mean, do we even have the possibility of romancing her? It doesn't seem so. Maybe because she's far away? Or maybe because it's blocked from the story content? Who knows? Good question. I mean, I'm sure somebody does know. Question is, oh man, where do we go from here? I mean, so we've given up the opportunity to become a Lady of Gondor, which I think was the right decision. But now we have to decide how we can get revenge on our father, how we're gonna overtake him. He has 1,000 troops. That's not an insurmountable, amount to take from him. But if we want to do that, we're going to need to raise up troops and to defeat him like that. So the question is, where can we get troops from? We've got Captain Zorzagor Andrake of Euland here. Maybe we head over to his realm first and try to pick up some contracts around here. Maybe we can get some troops. Or perhaps we can head up here to Saralane and get some Saralanian warriors along with us. I mean, we do have Helden the Drunkard here. He might be able to convince us to go to Saralane and find some warriors here. Let's do that actually. Let's head over there first. Head a little bit north and find ourselves some jobs to do there. Oh, I should have I probably spent more money than we needed to, but it's fine. We'll avoid the dangers there. And I mean, we do have magic that we can turn against our father as well. So that is certainly a possibility, especially because it's entirely possible that we could turn evil here. I sit by my barber's tent, letting the sounds and smells of the camp wash over me. It's a different life within the safe walls of a palace. So very different. The freedom is easy to enjoy. No obligations, no counselors yapping, no dignitaries to entertain, none of the downsides of trappings of power. Yet these freedoms are dearly purchased. The constant scraping for survival wears thin. Increasingly, every night I yearn for a proper bed. I must claim some land in the future. We gain lust for land. Oh, this is Sauron sending us like the desires to seek out land. But if we do take this, What do we get from that? Martial +1 siege phase time. I mean, that's okay. Let's do it. Yeah, I think we're currently being kind of won over by the darkness here, but you know, we'll see how this all plays out. And I think I really need to hear what you guys think we should do. Do you guys want her to go full evil, or you know, does she succumb to the influence of the Dark Lord, or does she resist? Does she resist? That's, I mean, that's ultimately the question, right? Let's head in here, and you know what? We should probably start preparing our camp for a little bit more, like to get some more warriors and things like that. So let's get ourselves a proving ground. Let's get that started, and let's look for some contracts here in the castle. So let's see here. Oh, and we're going with our sister, Princess Adunafell, as well. We should mingle with the locals at the tavern. I was thinking of something else. Yeah, first I want to see if they've got contracts. I'm up for lucrative opportunities, criminal contracts. I don't know. Treasure hunts. Ooh, a treasure map contract. Yeah. Yeah, let's do a treasure hunt. Supplies are this way. Let's take a look. Maybe we can buy some supplies here. 29 for 530. That seems reasonable. Load up on our supplies and head back. I think that's all we need there. The treasure of a lifetime, the retired treasure hunter Hera needs help locating one final elusive hoard. This will remain valid as long as you have the treasure map in your possession. Okay, take the contract. Hera walks up to me and pats my shoulder. Such a good lass. Truly appreciate your aid in this one final excursion. Who is this guy? 60-year-old man. He's blind, but he wants to come along with us here, you know. Get a blind treasure hunter. Whenever you're ready, we've got treasure to dig up. Open the excavate treasure decision view. Okay. Start travel to Gobel Adelaide, the county located in the county of Tom Bombadil. We're going to get treasure from Tom Bombadil. Oh, this is a bad idea. If you guys know, oh, Lord of the Rings, this seems like something that you probably, out of all the things that you could do, there's probably two places that you wouldn't want to try to take treasure from. One of them is obviously, you know, from Sauron and Mordor, but the other is probably Tom Bombadil. You know, he might give it to you if you ask nicely, but if you try to take it, oh, I don't know about that. That's so funny. All right, well, apparently that's what we're going though, because we don't know who Tom Bombadil is. Travel with camp. Sure. Let's travel with the camp. Let's see what we can find. Oh my gosh. Oh, bad. This is not a smart idea here, but we'll do it. We're gonna do it anyways. We don't need experienced captains, but we probably need some. I guess wilderness. Nope, that's not helping. Arid explorers. Nope, that's not helping as well. Mercenary guards. Does that help actually? No, it just changes the danger. Apparently none of this does it. We could scout for talent along the way, so maybe we might as well do that. All right, let's just purchase mercenary guards. It splits the danger up a little bit, so maybe that doesn't help at all, but anyways, that's what we're gonna do. Oh my gosh, Tom. Let's take a look at Tom Bombadil here if we can. Can we see him? Because county holder is Tom Bombadil. It won't let us actually look at the county holder. I wonder if it says that for all of this wilderness is Tom Bombadil's land. Does it? Yeah, I guess it says. I guess all of this is kind of under the you know, protection, I guess you could say, maybe in some ways, of Tom Bombadil. Where is Tom Bombadil in terms of the map here, because he's south of the Shire, right? When the hobbits, when they all meet up with Tom, it's somewhere south of the Shire, right? So I don't know. Maybe it's around here, but I thought it was all along somewhere near one of these rivers. Somebody who knows their lore a little bit, Brett. Oh, was it? Well, the Barrow Downs. Okay, the Barrow Downs is where they end up before they before no after they meet Tom Bombadil or before. Oh man, I cannot remember. It's been a very long time. So I'm guessing they probably meet up with Tom Bombadil somewhere in this region here. Maybe? Or maybe in the Wildwood? Yeah, somebody let me know in the comments below. And if you don't know who Tom Bombadil is, look him up. He doesn't appear in the movies, obviously, for good reason. But yeah, very interesting character. A lot of theories, a lot of lore theories along with this character. The journey has been long and tiresome. My feet ache so much that my ancestors must feel it. As I feel I'm about to collapse from exhaustion, I feel something heavy weigh on my neck. Before long, I am adorned in head to toe in traditional Sarah Lane garbs. The streets alive with jubilation. Every househead beckons me to come inside and rest my weary laurels. It would only take a moment to regain my stamina, and I would be welcome as a guest of honor. Sarah Lane hospitality is legendary. Can I really afford not to see it for myself? Perhaps just a short rest. Pampered by locals for 5 years. That could be nice, but we gain stress. No, I mean, let's just perhaps a short rest. We can stay with the locals for a short time. Oh yeah, we are training Dolgufel here, that little girl that we found here. She's currently our ward. My ward Dolgufel has been impressed with one of my household champions for a very long time. After finally meeting in person, she has been repeating the warrior's word. No, don't, not Urathor. This guy is like a thief. He's literally a thief. Hard work. Well, she could get diligent though, or generous. That's never. All things must be given in time. Patient. Yeah, no. Let's teach her patience. Patience is important, especially for somebody with the blood of Numenor in them. Interesting turns of events here. It's too bad. Will we ever meet that ranger again? I mean, the story content's done, so if so, we might have to go and do that ourselves. I did get a comment from the part of the mod team that made Arphazel's story here, and apparently, if you play through her story after the next big update for the mod, there might be some more events along with that. And you know what? Not saying I'm not putting any suggestions in there, but if you wanted to add some of these, interesting little character stories we've got here while you're updating that mod there, by all means. We walk the wood path at a good pace, enjoying the peaceful ambiance. From the corner of my eye, I'm sure to glimpse the sharpened tusks of... A loud squeal confirms it. A boar! The black beast charges onto the track, its great trotters kicking up leaves, flanked by trees that completely blocks our way towards Gobel Edled. Helden whispers, just look at those tests. Why are you afraid? You literally were supposed to have killed a troll. Step aside, I'll handle this. Kill it, Helden now. All right, Helden, do it. The boar dies at Helden Padre's hand. Nice. Good job, living up to his name and his honor there. We arrive in Gobel Edled countryside early in the afternoon and begin looking for clues as to where on the marker on the treasure map by point. Walking around the plains, I notice a well-hidden cavity in a rocky cliff. It leads into a small cave. The interior of the grotto looks to be a secret shrine to some obscure deity, and under the eyes of unfamiliar spirits, I fail to find anything of value but a single gold bauble on an offering plate. I suppose my employer should be informed not much to celebrate here. That's unfortunate that we didn't find anything, though. Hera can barely contain his excitement as I return to his tent. Gold, you say? How about that for one final treasure? A twinge of melancholy, doubtlessly at the thought of an adventure's end, flits across his face as he concludes this affair. I'm grateful for this golden windfall, dutifully delivered. Go with my thanks. Pleasure doing business with you. All right, so yeah, I guess it's done then. The question is, where do we want to travel from here? We could go hobnob with Chieftain Ramy Burry Pawn on Gawa. What the heck is? Oh, is this guy like a? What is this? A, hmm. A Bethran. The Bethran are those of the Druidane who dwell in the lands of Minhiratath and Ednanwaith, living among the Dane of the region, just as a Druidane of Beleriand lived among the Haladin. Unlike most of their kind, the Bethran in ancient times intermarried with their Dane neighbors, not infrequently, resulting in a branch of the Druid. Who are the Druidane? It's not hobbits, are they? No, surely not. The Dane were the stout folk of men distantly related to the Edain. Okay, that's the Edain. But who are the Druidine? Druidine, probably. Doesn't say. Surely that's got to be Druidine heritage. That's got to be. I mean, they look like hobbits, right? Surely they're hobbits. Right? These people gotta be hobbits. They're not dwarves. Are they dwarves? Maybe? I don't think so. Interesting. Somebody let me know what the lore supposedly behind these people are. I guess we can go and see what they have. I don't think we want to go to Linden. The elves probably would sense the the Sauron's eye upon us. Wouldn't like that. The dwarves probably, yeah, probably the same. I don't see much reason to go to the Shire either. We've got Aragorn here, leading the Dunedain. I think we'll head south here. Travel to accept. Let's go and hobnob with the local ruler here. Travel to accept the contract. We're gaining some people in our court just by like hiring these mercenaries, apparently. Traveling through the sometimes harsh environments has invigorating effects, but not for Heleniel. I think I know a cure. Let's try to cure her. And it seems we were successful. Travails of a cook. I don't think we're being unreasonable. So many hillside pastures for miles around, yet we cannot seem to spare the time to stock up on the little luxuries. Ugh. Apparently we're running low on our food stores. Chieftain Ramy is a lonely man in a position of power, making it perversely hard for him to meet people who don't want anything from him. My company is supposed to be different, a chance to make an actual connection. It's not, of course. I want just as much as any other hang. Yeah, we want something out of this too. Let's do this with speed. Who's our diplomat gonna be? Heleniel? Very well. Our herald shall be Tamrith. Seems capable at it. Our second herald shall be Gimel Kalea. Seems good at that. Our socialite, well, obviously our sister, gonna be our socialite, and then our second socialite, a Gondor. Yeah, he's not particularly capable as a socialite, but he's gonna give it his darn best shot. It's too bad we can't move our camp here. I was hoping that we were gonna move our camp, but it's fine. We'll work from here. We'll see if we can get a hook on this guy, and then we'll hire some of these weird hobbit people to fight for us in battle. Do they have any interesting Belfrayan lurkers? Yeah, maybe we can get some Belfrayan lurkers. Yeah, look at these guys. They look like little wild hobbits. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind getting some of these guys on there, potentially. Proving grounds, domicile building has been constructed. Oh, nice. Impressing Chieftain Ramy seems like a full season's work sometimes, despite being hardly the world's greatest noble. Yeah, of course, he's not. Yeah, like, I mean, look at this thing. He has very curious notions about the standards other people should be held to. Could we, I feel like we're going in here to make these, like, little people basically, like, you know, end up worshiping us or something like that. My learned mind will surely impress. Yeah, I think that's going to work. And we are suitably impressive. That's exactly what we're doing. We're trying to make them, like, you know, so impressed with us and our magic and all of that that they can't help but want to serve us. Do we want to build anything extra for the for this personal bouts? We could get a heavy infantry captain, mock battle drills, martial study, maximum battle roll. That's actually pretty decent. Bodyguard drill. You may recruit hand-picked faithful men-at-arms. Well, that seems cool. Oh, but our camp purpose must be legitimist. Well, we might change to legitimists, honestly. We've got a few years before we can... Oh, no, we just need more prestige. Yeah, we might end up doing that. Starving soldiers. A figure stumbles into the camp dirty and tired, clearly in need of... Oh, this is a dwarf? Ooh, there's a dwarf here. There are more like me, all of us left to rot after every petty conflict. Our sword arms work as well as ever, but our lot is to wander and serve. We're the only ones left who won't rob the vulnerable. There's more of you say? Oh, we get Dory? Kathaz Ibriz. Okay, this guy could join us. He's 256 years old. Interesting that the dwarves don't have a special trait that makes their age like this or anything. There's more of you say? We could use another blade. Or come sit, recover. I wouldn't mind getting this guy in our camp. It's too bad we don't get a cool, like, dwarven regiment, but, you know, perhaps, well, actually, does this actually even help us? I'll choose the option just anyways here. So we gain this dwarf. He's an old dwarf, but, you know, having this dwarf come along with us is interesting at the very least. So, yeah, that's kind of cool. Kind of cool indeed. So, yeah, we're in this. What a weird little place we're in here. I guess, who are these people over here? Oh, yeah. Okay, so here's the Saralanians. Yeah, I mean, somebody let me know who the heck these people are here, and what are the Druidines supposed to be? Paid in advance, there's no guarantee that Chieftain Ramy will ultimately even end up giving me the gifts I've craved, no matter how well I simper at his feet. No, we're not simpering at this man's feet. By our Zimrathon, I will have my money. Possible outcomes? Oh, a generous donation is more than enough. Yeah, I think we're gonna like basically influence this man, and we wheedle a donation out of him. We're basically like using all of our sorceress powers to, you know, twist the minds of these people here into serving us as we need. Princess Arphazel, my leader, I have met the most beautiful woman here in Daitawar. Oh, Ltheria. Ooh, look at her. Blood of Numenor level 3, and she's a beauty to boot. She's of the Uladine, hidden in the deepest vales of the hills of Evendim. Known only to the rangers of the Vales and the wise, the folk of Evendim live quietly and peacefully. Once their lands hid the survivors of the Ednaic people related to the house of Boar, presumably the Bjornings. Let's see. Sheltered by the hills, a few survived the fall of Numenor, but unlike their northern Dunedain kin, they have not fled to the wild, but remained in their vales. Oh, okay. So these are like Arnorians. They've retained. They've kind of kept to themselves in the hills after the fall of Arnor, and so the blood of Numenor still runs strong in them. Well, I mean, if you two want to be in love, then sure, why not? That's kind of cool. If she wants to come along with us, Ltheria. That's very cool, actually. By our Gillimfell, are you even my sister anymore? The sight of you enrages me these days, snaps Adunafell. Oh, perhaps she sees the turn that's, taken us because of Sauron's influence here. This argument is fairly typical of our interactions of late. Disagreements over plans and practices abounding, turns of phrase taken in the worst ways, and the slightest of disputes becoming hours-long arguments. Whatever common ground I'd hoped to build by involving her with this contract seems utterly ruined. Please, Adunafell, you just don't understand my vision, I think we say. I think even though the part of, like, the player part of me wants to try to do the good option here. I think our character, just playing out our traits in the story thus far, leads me to think we would say, you just don't understand my vision. Our dear sister sees what's happening to us and she tries to reach out, but it is not. It is not enough. And it is unfortunate, but there is really only so much that we can do to fight off the influence of the Dark Lord. Literally, the Dark Lord is trying to twist us, and it's because we have this connection to magic, and because we sought out something that we did not understand, and now we find ourselves in deep trouble. Certainly seems so, anyways. But will we end up being able to resist? Hard to say. We could hobnob with the ruler here. Let's see. Scheme phase. I mean, it's not going to get any higher than this, so let's try it. Can we convince these little people to basically serve us here? Oh, perhaps they can. Naturally, Chieftain Ramy fell for my charms. For the song of the wilds and the romantic life of a traveling scholar, just as I knew he would. At last we make our preparation to leave, and he seems sad to see us leave, but glad for a small reprieve our company gave him. Wherever we go. Well done. So that's good. We're definitely going to use our request against him for a men-at-arms regiment. And let's see what we get. We've got Aaron Vorn champions. Yeah, so we basically, won over this chief, and we've demanded that he give us troops to fight for us. So now we've got these weird hobbit things fighting for us. Heavy infantry. Cool. we've got a little bit of a weird company developing here. Question is, where do we head from here? Good question. Dangers out of molehills. The road has been incredibly hilly the past few hours, as everybody is beginning to wary. With no end to the hills in sight, my caravan master approaches me. My lady, our mounts cannot carry on like this. We should rest. I'll brook no delays. We press onward, indeed. I think that we don't really have much patience for things because, we're being influenced by this dark magic. And the question is, what do we do from here? Two major questions that I want to ask you, and I hope you will all leave your thoughts in the comments down below, because I need some help making a decision here. Do we tend towards the evil? And if so, where does that take us? Does that take us back down south once again? To build up an army to take from our father? Or do we perhaps want to, return to Gondor here, go to Lynn here, seek out our friend Furion, and just try to see if there's any hope for redemption in us? I don't know. It's a tough question. Or, we could go to Isengard. Saruman the White is known there. Perhaps we could seek out his magic. Who is to say? Let me know down in the comments below what you think we should do, and I will take that under all due consideration. But until the next time, Wanderers, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.